everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm just going to be showing you a few things that I've bought over the summer and up to about now. So some of these things I bought in Italy before I moved back to England, and some of them I've bought in the last few weeks. So I'm going to start with the things that I bought in Italy. So the first thing I'm going to show you is a fragrance. This was one that I've done a review of before, but I only had the sample before, and now I have the full-size bottle. So this is Italie d'Orange is Dangerous Complicity. It's a really beautiful, juicy, fruity leather fragrance. If you want to see the full review on that, just have a look at my channel. This is a really, really wonderful fragrance. I bought it from an Italian company that shipped to me when I was living in Pisa. It's not one of my favourite fragrances, but it is kind of top 20, top 30. I do really enjoy wearing this one. It's perfect for both summer and winter. So yeah, check this fragrance out if you get the chance. Some other things I bought when I was in Italy are some makeup pieces. So I'll start with this mascara. This is the new Guerlain mascara here. Packaging is really, really beautiful. And this is what the brush looks like. So it's quite a small brush, it's not one of the larger brushes, it's quite bendy as you can see. The formula of this is actually scented. It's kind of got a rosy violet scent, and this is a really long lasting mascara. It's really easy to apply. I actually prefer the smaller brushes because my eyelashes are a little bit shorter, so it's easier for me to reach it that way. The formula on this isn't very drying, so you don't kind of have the kind of really flaky eyelashes when you have this. It's quite soft, and you can kind of bend them if you want to use a brush afterwards. So that's really perfect. I've also bought 2 Chanel lipsticks while I was in Italy. The first one I bought is actually my ultimate favourite red lipstick. This is Chanel, the classic Chanel with a kind of pop-up case, and it's in shade 99 Pirate. So the packaging on this is really beautiful. To open this, you simply press down and it kind of shoots up like that. It's a very wonderful red colour. On me it shows up a little bit pinky, so I would like to have a more kind of bluey, bloody coloured red, but this one is a really easy to wear red. And the other one I have is number 136, Melodious, I don't know. And this is kind of a pinky coral colour. My friend actually chose this one on me. Like I wore quite a few different coral colours, and my friend said that this one suited me the best. I also bought a Lancome foundation while I was there, but unfortunately I was a lot more tanned when I lived in Italy, so it no longer fits my skin tone. So maybe if I get quite a lot of sun in the summer, then I can wear it again. I also got a Chanel blusher. This is in shade 190 Angelique. Again, while I was having my foundation applied, my Lancome foundation in the makeup shop, the woman put on this blush just to complement the look a little bit, and I loved it so much in the end I bought it. So it's kind of a lovely peach colour. It comes with a mirror and a little mini brush. I usually use a bigger brush though with this, and just do a little swatch. I don't know if you can, I can't really see it. It's just a really light peach colour. I did try and find like a cheaper alternative. I took a swatch of this and went around different shops, but I couldn't find anything that was even close. So that's that. Okay, some other things I bought when I was in Italy. I went to Siena with my sister, and we both ended up buying a brooch. This was just bought from a kind of masquerade shop, and it was only €5, and it's actually really, really good quality. It's made in Italy, as you can see on the back. They had quite a few different designs. Me and my sister both got a different one from each other, but I chose this one because it's a little bit piratey, it's a little bit different, and I just kind of tend to wear this on my dress or on a cardigan or a coat, and it looks really perfect. And for €5, can't go wrong. I also, from the same shop, bought a pair of earrings. These were only €5 as well, and they look like this. So this one's got a turban, it's a little bit different. So that's really cute. Like, I wear these together quite often. Okay, so when I came back to England, a few things I've bought over the summer. I got two new fragrances from L'Artisan Parfumé. Actually, these are now being sold in TK Maxx, and I got them both from TK Maxx. I'm kind of gutted because at the beginning of the year I bought Zing from a shop in Florence, and I bought it at full price, and now it's in TK Maxx for a third of the price or something, so I'm really annoyed about that. Luckily, I was going to buy one of these beforehand at full price, and I didn't. Now I'm really glad I didn't, because I got it for £40 or something instead of over 100, so that's great. So the two fragrances I have are Amore Nocturne and Deliria. Now both of these are really, really unusual, weird fragrances. I'd say Deliria is a little bit more weird than Amore Nocturne. Amore Nocturne it's a really warm, comforting, gourmand fragrance. There's some caramel in there, some hot milk, and some gunpowder. Now, these notes do sound quite familiar, and they're kind of similar notes to Le Fin du Monde, except in Le Fin du Monde there was no caramel, there was a popcorn accord. Actually, maybe this one does have popcorn or caramel. I can't remember if it's caramel or popcorn. Either way, the notes are quite similar to each other, but they do smell completely different. This one is a lot more kind of comforting, a lot more warm. The other one was a little bit more spicy, had a little bit more of a kind of explosive, seedy, nutty vibe to it, whereas this one's a lot more smooth. The gunpowder does add a little bit of a kind of unusual note to this, and the hot milk as well. The hot milk I find kind of gives it a little bit of an edge. It makes it smell a little bit dirty, which I quite like. So yeah, it's a really unusual fragrance, but Deliria is definitely the oddest fragrance I've smelled from the house. It's even more strange than Zing. Deliria, I'd say, is up there with Secretion Magnifique in terms of weirdness. So this has like metallic irony notes to it, and also it's listed as cotton candy, but I get bubble gum from this. No cotton candy, just bubble gum. And also rum. It's quite sweet. It does smell a little bit like blood, so if you've smelled Secretion Magnifique, you'll know what that kind of metallic, rusty, ionic kind of scent smells like. This smells like if you like dipped bubble gum in blood. So actually, over the summer I read this Stephen King book called Joyland. It's one of his newer books, and it's set at like a fairground, and there's a murder involved, and this fragrance really reminds me of that. It reminds me of like a murder at a fairground. So it's definitely weird, not incredibly wearable. Of the two, I would say Amore Nocturne is definitely the most wearable. But yeah, it's kind of a guilty pleasure fragrance, Deliria. It definitely smells delirious and a little bit weird. So yeah, sorry about that. Also, over the summer I bought another pair of earrings. I'll show you these. These I just got from eBay. So they're just these half moon shaped Swarovski crystal earrings. So those are more kind of casual earrings. The previous ones I showed you, the mask ones, are a little bit more strange, have a little bit more of a statement about them. Whereas these Swarovski crystal ones are just more simple, everyday kind of earrings. I've also bought a couple of other brooches over the summer, so I'll start with this one. So this is a Kirks Folly brooch, and I got this one from eBay as well. They don't have many different designs on the Kirks Folly website, so I got this one. It's like a little kind of fairy godmother angel something. And just got a little movable pearl kind of. It's actually not a pearl, it's like a little crystal that she's holding. So that'd look really lovely on like a winter's coat, or I often wear it on a dress because it's not cold enough to have a coat yet. Yeah, I really love this. It reminds me of the fairy godmother from Pinocchio, who wears the kind of blue sparkly dress. And I also got another weird brooch. This one I call my catacombs brooch. It's this weird kind of skull, and this is from is it Wilson and Butler? Butler and Wilson? I'm not sure. I got this one from eBay as well because they're quite expensive to buy new, so I got it second hand. And yeah, this is really cool and it's really weird. It makes a really big statement on like a dress. So I've actually been wearing this today here. And again, it'll look really cool on like a scarf or, you know, a winter throw or something. So yeah, that's probably the weirdest brooch I own. And another one, this one I actually didn't get this summer, I actually got it a couple of years ago, but I've only started wearing it this summer, so I'll include it in this video. And I got this one from eBay as well, and it's a little clown and a penny farthing. Again, a little bit weird. I like kind of weird jewellery. You can just go like that, maybe more against the black. So yeah, it just makes a really good statement. Okay, and I've got one more thing to show you, which I actually got today. It was a little bit of an indulgent purchase, but I've mentioned this in another video. When I did my review of the Vivienne Westwood Melissa Globe shoes, I mentioned that this had just come into stock and I really wanted it. But actually, at the time when I first saw this on the Vivienne Westwood website, yes, it's Vivienne Westwood, when I first saw this, it was out of stock. People were just buying these left, right and centre, and I used to check the website pretty regularly back then, and so it couldn't have been on for more than a few days and already everything in this range was out of stock. Luckily, one of the shops here had it in. They only had one in. They've probably had it in for 2 years, just over a year. No one's bought it because it's a little bit weird, but luckily they didn't buy it because I bought it. And it's this weird snail bracelet. This is a real snail shell. It's a little bit macabre, a little bit weird. It's got the Vivienne Westwood orb here on the shell, and this is kind of, the little snail is made out of gold-plated material. So yeah, this just kind of rests on your wrist like this, and you do up the bracelet. It comes in the packaging that all the Vivienne Westwood jewellery comes in, the box, and just show you a little pouch like this, and the box is like this. Show you the other side, there's Vivienne Westwood on it, box is like that. So this is my second Vivienne Westwood bracelet. I've got a plain purple orb that I've shown in a couple of videos before, so I won't show that again. And yeah, this is probably the weirdest piece of jewellery I own, which is strange considering I just showed you a catacombs brooch, a fairy, a weird pirate masquerade figure, and a clown on a penny farthing. Yeah, this just kind of adds to the weird jewellery collection. I also have two other things that are still in the mail, so hopefully I'll be able to show you them soon. I have a Vivienne Westwood scarf coming, and also Chinatown by Bond Number 9, so hopefully they'll be here soon. Oh, I forgot, I've got one more thing to show you, which is up here, that's what I forgot. So this is from TK Maxx as well. It's a set of L'Artisan miniature fragrances. This was only £10. Usually this is maybe £15 or £20. Only £10 you get 4 5 milliliter miniatures. And I actually bought this because I really wanted to try out, I'm sorry about butchering my French, Mur and Musk Extreme. I really wanted to try that one. And the Chasse au Papillon, again, sorry for the French, the Chase the Butterflies. I've tried this before in the shop in Florence where I got to sing. I really love it, but I didn't want to buy the full size bottle, so this is the perfect size. It's a really beautiful kind of tuberose, honeysuckle fragrance, really beautiful. There's also Timbuktu in here, which I love. Again, not enough to buy a full size bottle, but 5 milliliter is the perfect size. And there's Caligna. Sorry guys, sorry anyone French who's watching. I'm not too keen on this one. I love these three, not too keen on this one. So the set just looks like this. So yeah. That's really perfect. I'll put that back up there. Oh, and there's another thing I forgot to show you. I'm so unorganised today. So unorganised. Actually, two things. The first thing is this set that me and my friend found in the works. It was like a make your own paper shoe set. We made our paper shoes. They're not very good, I have to say. I've got them pinned up on my notice board here, so I'll just turn the camera around and let you guys see them. So yeah, we made all these little paper shoes one day while we were at the pub, and yeah. I love how you can just see Humphrey Bogart and Ingrid Bergman behind me, my Casablanca poster. Okay, so I think we're on to the last thing now, and I bought this the other... Oh no, I've got two more things. Oh goodness, I'm rubbish. Just... Oh, unsubscribe. If you subscribe to me, unsubscribe because I'm rubbish. The first thing I've got to show you is this picture here, which I've put some flowers in, and they are real flowers. They're a bit... I think they're almost dead, but yeah. Got this picture to put flowers in from House of Fraser, and it was £15, but I had £5 off the like I had the rewards points collected up, so I bought that. And then the final thing I have is I've got two of these because they were buy one get one free. Yankee candle reed diffusers. These are the large size, and I got them in fresh cut rose smell. I've got one on display now, and this one's a spare. And I have to say, I usually love Yankee candle products, but this one, it just doesn't seem to be smelling as strong as I would expect from Yankee candle. So I'm a little bit disappointed. I mean, you can kind of, if you've been out the room for a long time and you come back in, you can kind of smell the fresh cut roses, but it's just not as strong as I would expect from Yankee candle. So probably won't be buying this again, safe to say. Let me know if you've had any problems with the Yankee candle reed diffusers, because I'd like to know if it's just a problem with this particular scent, the fresh cut rose scent, or if it's a problem with all the reed diffusers. So yeah, that's the end of my video. I'm sorry, I did have most of the things lined up, but yeah, there was a few other things I wanted to show you that I obviously forgot about. So yeah. The snail says bye-bye. Bye-bye.